Hey, hey, hey. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was going to say welcome back, but I guess it's just welcome to the Business Casual Podcast. Today's episode, we're just going to jump right into probably it's a crazy topic. Changing your life. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're really just jumping in here. Before we get on though, I do have a couple things I want to just say. One, we're still working on some things. The setup is so crazy right now. I'm actually upstairs in our bedroom right now because we have a little puppy downstairs who can be quite a handful and a little loud when I'm recording. So just bear with me if you hear me pick up my coffee. We're still working on it. We're still figuring out all the kinks and all that stuff. Two, we do have super cute merch. It'll be linked down below in the episode description. Super cute. I'm wearing it right now. It's super soft. We have t-shirts, sweatshirts, super cute. They all have business casual on there. I wanted it to be subtle, but still on brand and very cute. So if you are interested in that, check it out down below. So the structure of these podcasts, I'm still trying to figure out if I want to have it pretty scripted, what the topics are going to be. We're still figuring it out. But I do have a couple of intro topics that I want to incorporate just to blend everything together. I probably should have introduced myself. I'm just now realizing I didn't do that. Hi, I'm Emily. I am the owner of Woven Co. Boutique. I'm also a content creator. Obviously, I guess that's pretty clear. So follow me on Instagram and all the socials will be linked down below as well. I'm a busy gal. I got a lot of stuff going on. So this podcast is going to be chef's kiss, mixture of business, life, personal. It's going to be a little bit of everything. So I'm sure you can relate to this on some level. So starting out the intro topics that I want to incorporate favorites. Now, I think that being a business owner as well as just a human being, I love hearing other people's favorites and just hearing what they love to do and what they're incorporating in their life. So I want to incorporate two. I want to incorporate a business favorite as well as just a personal favorite. So I can kind of help you guys out and share that. All right, so my business favorite of the week, but to be completely real, it has been my favorite for a little while now. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. If you send emails, which I think that if you are not sending emails and you are a business owner, you are missing out on such a great marketing route. It is so amazing. I wish I got into emails earlier. Email marketing is a huge thing, but for me, I know this might come as a shocker. I'm actually not tech savvy. I really do struggle. I get frustrated really easily. I'm also a perfectionist and I need everything to be on brand. I'm a huge aesthetics gal. But Flodesk is a website that you can go on and they have pre-made email templates that are so cute and so on brand. You can customize them to your own colors, your own logo, your own photos. You can rearrange them. You can customize the templates, but they make it super easy for you to import your email list, and you can send it to everybody on your email list on one platform. You can also schedule out your emails, which I've been dabbling with lately, and it just makes it super easy to have everything automated. I think automation is such an important thing when you are a business owner and actually just a human being in general, because my to-do list is long. Oh my goodness, takes a big sip of coffee after that one. Anyway, Flodesk really helped create the emails that I wanted to without being a professional in that route. So if you have no idea what you're doing with emails, I really recommend Flodesk. It's $19 a month for the subscription, but it is so worth it. Let me tell you, Email marketing is probably, well, it definitely is. I know my analytics in my store. It is one of the best marketing routes to go, and $19 a month, it's totally worth it. But if you guys want a discount, I was able to get a 50% off your subscription when you sign up using the link in our description. Again, you'll get 50% off your subscription, which if you're looking to save a little bit of money, I really do recommend Flodesk. It's really a big help. And if you guys do want to kind of see the emails in works, you can go to wovencoboutique.com and sign up for our email list, and we send out emails multiple times a week so you guys can get some inspiration and kind of see how I do it. If you guys are curious in that, I've struggled really badly with emails, and this is a huge help. Also, it's woman-owned, and they seem like such sweet people. I have listened to so many podcasts that they've been interviewed on, and I'm a huge supporter of Flodesk. All right, the next favorite is a personal favorite. Get ready. Big hair clips. I don't know like the proper terms to use when talking about this, but I don't know how to even explain it. Kind of like the 90s, clip your hair up, twist it like a French twist with a clip. It has been my favorite hairstyle to go for. I've been really trying to use less heat on my hair. I love to straighten my hair. I love to curl my hair. But just to be completely real, some days are just a sweatshirt and hair up kind of a day. But I want to be more specific, okay? I love hair clips, big hair clips. I've got thick hair, so I need a strong clip. But let me tell you something. I was at Target and I found these non-slip, but they're grippy hair clips. And they are the best hair clips I have ever used in my hair. Like, let me tell you, growing up, I used to like tie my hair with hair elastics, and I could barely twist the hair elastic around twice. But these hair clips hold my hair so well that it is just so worth it. And I honestly think they're like $3. I'll have them linked in my my Magic Links link down below, I guess is what it's called. I'll have it linked down below so you guys can check it out and get one for yourself, because I think they're totally worth it. Great investment. But those are kind of like the intro topics that I want to include. I might throw in like a personal quote, but to be completely honest, I don't really have any personal quotes this week. It's been a pretty crazy week, so I'm even impressed that we're filming this right now because it's been busy. All right, so let's get into the actual main topic of today's episode, which is going to be all about changing your life, and we're going to get into all of it. I thought this was a good episode to start with because I can go back and tell you guys a little bit about myself if this is the first time you're listening or you've no idea anything about me. I thought this was a great spot to start and talk about change, and change is okay, change is good, and talk about that. Okay, so if you guys have checked our bio podcast description, I'm 19 years old. I'm almost 20. I believe I've been an entrepreneur since birth. I really do believe that. I started selling things and starting my own business when I was, 11, 12. I would sell clothes on Poshmark, and I did that for a few years, and I think I knew what I was going to do. I knew I wanted to do something in fashion while also being a content creator. It was just something that I knew from a young age watching YouTube. Do you guys remember like the OG YouTube with like Bethany Moda and Zoella? And oh my gosh, I grew up on that stuff, and I just knew that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something in fashion. So over the years, I might do a whole podcast going really in depth on my history. I've really done a bit of everything. I know for my age, I have done so much. I've just done a lot. But I think the whole way through, I knew that fashion was what I wanted to really focus on. But I honestly wasn't crazy into dressing myself. If you knew me back in high school, hi, this is awkward. What are you doing here? I would wear sweatshirts and leggings, and not cute sweatshirts either. Like, oh gosh, so embarrassing to even talk about. So if you knew me in high school, you probably had no idea this is where my heart was. And to be completely honest, I mean, sometimes, I don't know about you, but I'll go on Pinterest, I'll find inspiration of some crazy street style outfits or whatever, and I'll put them on myself and I'll be like, damn, I don't look anything like this person on Pinterest. And I think that's kind of where the podcast name Business Casual really sparked my interest. Was I love fashion, but I love to be comfortable. Working from home and having the ability to stay in sweatpants all day sounds like a dream, but I think that we've all realized or noticed that since Corona times and we're all working from home, it's almost better to get dressed instead of just staying in pajamas all day. I've noticed for me, I'm way more productive. Even if I just put on jeans and I still have a sweatshirt on, doing my makeup, it just makes me feel more put together and I feel like I accomplish more. But I wanted it to still be cute but comfortable, and I really do think that's where my style is right now. And this is where it wraps around to change, is I feel like as a society, we need to accept change more. I've seen so many times, all right, if we're going to wrap this around to the YouTubers that I used to watch growing up with like Bethany Moda, and you guys know the OG beauty YouTubers, I see on so many channels comments that are like, oh, you've changed, you're a different person, and I think we should normalize that. I think we should normalize growth, changing, rebranding, whatever it is. I think we should normalize it. I understand it's frustrating and sad sometimes to see creators change, but we're human, and sometimes we just need to freshen up. We just need to reevaluate our work. And as someone who is very creative, and I'm sure you can probably relate to this on, again, some level, it's so hard to self-doubt. It's so easy, I guess, to self-doubt. And it's so easy to fall in this trap of just over-critiquing yourself and really it really takes a toll on your mental health. And that's what I've noticed. And I'm a Pisces, if you guys are interested in knowing that little fun tidbit. But I've always just been someone, every 6 months, I like to reevaluate my work. Every 6 months to a year, I like to reevaluate and be like, all right, my 5-year plan, how does what I'm doing right now affect my 5-year plan or my 10-year plan? And 2020 has really thrown all of that just like up in the air. I honestly have no idea what 5 years from now looks like for me, and I'm sure a lot of people feel me on this. It's really just all over the place. But change is something that I believe is so good. I believe there's nothing wrong with reevaluating your work, reevaluating who you are, and doing that. And as a business owner, I really want to be a perfectionist. I really do. I try so hard to have everything be aesthetically pleasing. I try to be a professional at everything that I do. And sometimes you just have to accept defeat and realize that you're not going to be a professional at everything. You're just not. And I'm currently going through the process of outsourcing a lot of work and looking to hire some people and building a team. But that can be scary when you're such a perfectionist. And I don't want to say I'm a control freak, but I definitely have a certain way I like things done. So I have the mindset of, all right, if I do it, I know it's going to be done to my liking, but if I have someone else do it, I feel like I'm going to just have to go and fix it anyways. But just realizing that, like, it's okay to trust other people. It's okay to take that load off of yourself and put it in the hands of someone else is something so, so big. Even if it's as small as, I don't know, finding someone to create your emails or hiring someone to do your product photos if you are a product-based business. It's really nice to outsource. Now, kind of going to 2020 and talking about change, I noticed I got on TikTok. If you guys don't know, I do have a business TikTok for my store. I'll have it linked down below if you guys want to go over and scope it out. I love TikTok. If you're a business owner, if you are someone who's looking to sell something or promote yourself or whatever it is, I really recommend TikTok. It is again, next to email marketing, I think right now it is up and poppin', and I recommend you guys hop on it because it's a great way to grow. Hold on, we need to take a coffee break real quick. Anyway, I will say that in 2020, I really think it's the year of people becoming business owners. I think it's the people going with something that they've had in their mind for years, but have just not had the time, the energy, whatever it is to go for it. I've seen so many businesses on TikTok specifically, but just in general, of people being like, all right, well, 2020 is just the year of who the heck knows what's even going on? Who knows what's right? What's white? Okay. What's right? What's wrong? I mean, we're all just trying to make it through. We're trying to make it through. We're trying to make it to the end of the year. But I mean, to be completely honest, it's just the final chapter to the next book. It's gonna come out soon. Oh my gosh. We can't even keep up with this. But anyway, it's been the year of people realizing things. As Kylie Jenner once said, this is just the year of realizing things. It really is. But I think it's been so cool to see people going for what they want and realizing that even though it is such a hard time right now, it's crappy. I think a lot of people are just feeling all the feels, getting all caught up in their own thoughts, which again, I feel like we should normalize that because we all have down days, and productivity is a whole other episode. Oh my gosh, we could talk about productivity and hustle culture and all of that from the point of view of someone who loves a good to-do list. But I think that we need to understand that we're all just trying to stay afloat. We're all just trying to ride the wave that is 2020 and figure everything out because, oh my gosh, it's just a mess. But anyway, I know I'm getting off topic. I don't have a very good script for this episode because I kind of just wanted to freehand this and just go wherever my mind goes. But with people losing their jobs and having to try to find other streams of income, in a way, it's been a blessing in disguise. And I know that's a little okay, it's been a really crappy year, but I think you need to try to find the little pieces of light that you can. And for me, one of them that I've noticed is this is the perfect opportunity if you do need to make more money or whatever. This is the perfect chance. A lot of people are still home, still not working. A lot of people have already went and started their own business, but it's never too late. I don't want you guys to think that because I'm talking about so many people starting their own business that you're like, oh, well, it's too late for me. It's already, covered. We already have so many. No, go for it. I really think that what's it gonna hurt? I mean, really. But this year has just been the year of people going for it, and I think it's a really, really cool thing, and it'll be interesting to see the next 5 years of what happens, where these people go. I think it's a really nice restart, 2020. I know that's like a weird thing to say because, again, it's been such a crazy year, but it's a really good year for people realizing like, hey, what do I have to lose? Let's go for it. Let's start my own business. Let's work on, becoming a digital marketer or whatever it is, starting a YouTube channel, starting a podcast, starting an Instagram account, and maybe taking it more seriously. I mean, it is such a good year for change and just trying to be a little bit more positive on the year, because you could really look down on this year a lot, but trying to like peek through the clouds and try to find the little pieces. I think change is the huge word right now. And right now, more than ever, we're just getting into the holiday season, which is really exciting. I'm drinking Starbucks right now. It's kind of weird. You guys can't see it, but I'm drinking Starbucks, and today they just released their holiday cups as well as their holiday drinks. So I obviously had to go and get one of their seasonal coffees. So good. It makes my heart so happy. I don't know about you guys, but working from home and doing my own thing, one of the things that really helps is keeping some sort of routine. So every single morning I have to go get my coffee from Starbucks. I've become best friends with some of the baristas there, and they just make my day, and they're so sweet. If you're a barista, honestly, you are doing some amazing work helping people get their day started. But I just think it's something so important to stick to some sort of routine, because it really does help your day. Going back to change, which has been obviously the topic of today, it's so hard being on social media, being in the public eye, and I love it because I am a creative person, and if you're on social media, I know you can feel me on this, the hate comments, hate messages. I want to do a whole video on social media itself, because whether you're a business owner on Instagram and maybe you get some nasty comments, I've seen it on TikTok of people leaving really nasty comments under people's business TikToks, and it's something that's really hard. I heard something somewhere that as human beings, we are supposed to have the opinions of like 20 people or something like that. Like our ancestors, you only are supposed to have a group of like a small amount of people. So the fact that there are influencers and celebrities with millions upon millions of followers sharing their opinions, sharing what they think, criticize, like it's a lot on your mental health as who you are as a person. And, a lot of creators are very young, and it'll be interesting to see how in the next, generation, how we all grow up and what we're like as, adults, and see how this really affects our what's the word I'm looking for? Our outlook on life, or how we look at ourselves, I guess, is like where I'm trying to get at. It'll be interesting to see how people use the social media comments, and everything like that. For me, I've just noticed that you're going to get criticized no matter what you do. So if you are nervous about launching a certain product, if you're nervous about even, again, starting your own business and doing that route, if you're nervous about posting that picture on Instagram because the outfit that you did was something you are so proud of, but you're worried about how other people are going to take it, for me, I have noticed that just turning off your comments, or filtering your comments, or filtering your DMs, or not even going through your DMs, whatever you have to do, I think it's so important to realize that it is your platform. Whether that's your business platform, whether it's your personal platform, whatever it is yours. And ultimately, you do have control over that. And mental health is something that is so, so, so important. And I'm someone who struggles really badly with critiquing myself and taking it out on myself really hard. I do put a lot of pressure on myself, and the work that I create and the content that I produce, I really do try my hardest. Again, I'm such a perfectionist, and I think that's a good thing. I think being a perfectionist and wanting to put out the best content you can, wanting to put together the best TikToks, wanting to film the best YouTube videos, wanting to put together the best, Pinterest page even. It's such a good thing. But it hurts 10 times worse, or even 100 times worse, when you are so proud of the content that you're putting out and other people aren't liking it. I don't know. Maybe that's a very rare thing to come across, but I've spoken to other creators and business owners, and yeah, it's a huge thing that needs to be spoken about more, and change is okay. Changing as a brand, changing as a business, evolving is such a good thing a lot of the time, and doing what's right in your heart. We all get that gut feeling. We all get some sort of, I don't know the right word to put. We all get that gut feeling when we're about to do something, when we're about to take a jump and start something new or end something or change what we're going for. We all get that gut feeling. And I've always been someone, my mom taught me this, stick with your gut. Your gut is almost always right. And even if it might not seem right in the time, eventually it all plays out. And see, this is the cool thing about life. I was having this realization in the car the other night driving past. It was nighttime. I'm probably going to forget the little tangent I was going to go on before, but we're just going to move past that because it'll probably hit me a little bit. But anyway, I was in the car and it was nighttime, and I don't know about you. Maybe it's a little creepy. Maybe it's a little weird. Sometimes I like to drive, and if I'm sitting in the passenger seat, I'll look into houses, and I think it's so interesting to see what people are watching on TV. Maybe that's just nosy. Maybe that's just weird. Okay. So I was driving, and, I looked at my fiance, and I looked at him and was like, isn't it kind of sad that we are programmed from birth to live the same daily routine? And I know what you're saying. Emily, you said routine's good. Yeah, but okay, listen to this as a society, okay? We wake up, we go get ready for our day. We go to work for the majority of the day. We come home and we watch TV and go to bed and start all over again. How wild is it that we have the whole world at our fingertips? I mean, seriously, we have phones, we have computers, we have social media, we have so many ways to see the world and everything like that. And it's so sad that society and as a culture, we've just created this one life. What is the point of life if we're not growing, if we're not changing, if we're not evolving, if we're not trying to live the best life that we can unapologetically? Not caring what other people think, not caring what other people say, just doing your own thing. And I've always been someone who cared so much, and I'm saying cared as in past tense. However, it wouldn't be honest if you said that it never bothered you. We're people, we all have feelings. But in the past, I've cared so much about what people think, what people say, their 2 cents. And even as far as family or friends, what people thought of, me starting my own business. And I've heard so many stories of people who have lost friends, lost family members for starting their own business because they don't agree. And it's just like, it's sad that sometimes that's the way it goes. But I think ultimately you have to realize that if you are going through some sort of change, if you're wanting to grow your business, if you're wanting to grow as a person, as a creator, as whatever it is, you have to realize that this is your life. Live it unapologetically. Live it with no regrets. I can't remember how the quote goes, but it's like, you only live one life, so live it for yourself. You're not living anyone else's life. My mind just went completely blank there. So if that, I don't even know what the past 10 seconds was. It's still pretty early. I just want to get this podcast up for you guys. But if you listen to what other people say and you're not so focused, and I think that's another big thing. I know I keep saying I think, but I think in a world where you really do just have to think about what's best for you. And sometimes you have the mindset of, okay, you just got to keep looking forward, keep doing what's best for you. And it's so true. A lot of the people that will dislike what you're doing or not agree with your change or whatever are the same people that aren't doing it themselves. And I said this at the beginning of the podcast about how I'm a perfectionist and how I have trouble passing things on to other people. I like to have it done myself because I know it's going to be done correctly if I do it myself. But I think it's also really important to realize that when people are telling you, don't change, don't do this, I don't like this, whatever, it's almost like they're fully capable of going and doing it themselves, Okay, maybe that's like a wild concept, but you are living your life. You only regret the things that you don't go for. You always will wonder, okay, what if I did 5 years ago start this business? Where would I be? Okay, well, let's put that into now, all right? 5 years from now, you're going to look back on this time and you're going to be like, well, what if I started this? What if? What if? The world is full of so many unanswered questions that you just have to realize that no answer is going to come to you just out of nowhere. You're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to research. You're going to have to consume a lot of content at the beginning. And I can talk all about this in another podcast episode about consuming content versus creating content, and talk about that a little bit more. But at the beginning, whether you're starting your own business or I don't know, if you're going to start like a blog or something like that, you're going to consume a lot of other people's content to kind of figure out what works, what doesn't work, what do you like, what pieces do you want to take for inspiration from a certain creator or a certain brand. What pieces do you like? Not necessarily copying, but being inspired, because that's where everything comes from. We all have some sort of outlet that inspires us. For me, it's TikTok and Pinterest. Those are like my go-to. I used to be a really, really strong YouTube watcher, but over time, I'm not the biggest consumer of YouTube videos lately. Maybe it's my attention span going away. I don't know. But I'm definitely someone, I love Pinterest. I've loved Pinterest for a long time, but TikTok has been something that I've really gotten some enjoyment out of, and motivation, inspiration. I like to start my days off with a little bit of TikTok, actually a lot of it. Can anyone ever be like, oh, I just go on TikTok for 5 minutes? No, it's like, it's a long time and it's hard to get off. Coffee break right there. But ultimately, I want you guys to understand that if you are being really hard on yourself, if you are taking a lot of time to self-doubt, for me, I do struggle really badly with this. I'm working on it. We're all people. We're all just trying to figure it out. But for me, I know personally that I have those days where I'm just so hard on myself. I'll be working on emails, all right? Another shout out, Flodesk. Take note, guys. If you want to start email marketing, Flodesk is where to go. But anyway, I'll be like working on an email and working on it for like an hour and just trying to get it perfect. And if it doesn't feel perfect, or if I'm staring at it for too long, you know how when you stare at something or you're working on for something for too long, you just hate it? I do this all the time with Instagram pictures. I'll take a picture, I'll be like, dang, I look hot, I look good, I feel good. And then I'll just go to like edit it and I'll be like, dang, I don't like it anymore. You have to realize that people, when they look at that stuff, they're not scoping it out like you are. You know your insecurities. And I'm saying this goes for everything. This podcast episode really goes for everything. If you are a brand and you're putting together content photos for your Instagram and you're looking at it and you're like, ooh, I really don't like that one bit. When you first took that picture, when you first looked at it, that is how everyone else is going to see it. And I try to keep that mindset in my head because I will just get in these ruts. I've noticed that personally, I'm my most productive between 8 a.m. and noon. After that, I just get in this slump where I'm either critiquing myself too hard and my perfectionism just hits me really hard and I can't accomplish anything. So I think learning your skills and your strengths is a really good thing. I think it's really important for people to know the time frames of the day that they are the most productive or the most capable of getting work done and I just hit my mic, sorry. Or just creating the best content. It's really important, and that goes for everything. Even if you're working a regular job, just knowing what time of day works best for you is key. But ultimately, I want to get this across that change is okay. If you have a brand, okay, and you've had it for maybe a couple months, maybe a couple years, maybe a while, and you just feel like it's not fulfilling me anymore. It's not giving me the excitement that it once gave. I don't believe that you should fully go and scrap that idea. I don't believe you should just ultimately close, just right away, spur of the moment close. Rebranding is a really important thing. It's also really fun. I'm not going to lie. I am someone, love a good brand, love a good aesthetic, love a good vibe. I love rebranding. I love that fresh start. I'm someone who loves New Year's. I love new months. I love new weeks. I love fresh starts. So rebranding is really, really up my alley. And I think when you're talking about the whole change your life, if you are feeling down, if you're feeling like something is just not working, change might be the answer. Rebranding might be the answer. And, it could mean that you have to close and start something new. But I think for a lot of people and a lot of cases, it does work that you can just reevaluate a couple things. Maybe if you have an Instagram account and you're just like, ugh, I hate taking pictures, maybe you can book a photo shoot with someone or just grab a tripod in your phone and go outside and try some new poses. Go on Pinterest or TikTok or Instagram and look at other people's content and take some inspiration and shoot new content. Maybe get a new filter or a new preset or whatever it is and freshen it up. Maybe you got to go through your Instagram and archive a bunch of photos and just start over. The possibilities are endless. And going back to what I was explaining of the story of looking into people's houses and seeing what they were watching on TV, we all live this life that we are told is the way to live. And 2020 has really tested that and put that up in the air for question. And we're seeing a lot of people going and starting their own business. And a lot of people are becoming entrepreneurs, which I think is such a powerful thing. It's so important to have that creative aspect of your life, creating multiple streams of income, creating, financial stability that we might not have been taught by our parents, or older generations might not fully understand how important multiple streams of income is to us. Change is okay. In fact, change is good. Dare I throw that into the universe. Change is good. Without change, you don't grow, you don't learn, you have a lot of regrets. And whether you're listening to this, the day this goes up, or months or years from now, change is a good thing if you let it be. The way you view yourself is the most powerful thing. And when you feel good, you will create, you will empower, you will do so good, and the universe will give that back to you. Wow. Okay. 40 minutes for a first podcast episode. How is that? You guys like that? Last podcast was our trailer. We had some technical difficulties. I don't know where you guys are listening to this. We are on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel if you guys want to listen that way. We are officially on Spotify. We are working on, I don't know by the time this goes up, but we'll be on Apple Podcasts as well as we're on a bunch of other different streaming services. If you guys want to go, be sure to follow and subscribe. I'm trying to get a schedule down. I feel like it's going to be every Friday that there's a new episode out, so be sure to subscribe, as well as follow me on Instagram at It's Emily Leah, and check out all the links down below. Flodesk, if you guys want 50% off your subscription when you sign up using the link down below, as well as my favorite hair clips will be linked down below as well. And yeah, I guess that's going to be me signing off for the first official episode. Give this a thumbs up, like it, follow, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next week.